Hey guys, I'm just sitting out here on the porch because there's not a whole lot I can do on a day like today. But I did come out here because I believed what the weatherman said, that it's supposed to quit raining and it'll be out of here in a little bit. So I come out here and kind of wipe the vehicles down. And you know, as I've told you before, if you've kept up with my channel, I'm 63 years old. So I was just kind of reminiscing as I was kind of cleaning everything up here, these three, the 78, the 07, and the 05. I was noticing how many things have changed since, you know, from the older vehicles to the newer ones that are being made today. Or 07's about the newest I got, so I'm still way behind according to everybody else, but it don't matter. Anyway, I was just noticing that, you know, little things that have gotten better on vehicles and some things that are not. And what got me to thinking about this is I was wiping down, you know, the rain. The cars were clean to begin with. I just kind of wiped them off to get the little bit of dust off of them, just clean the windows, just to get outside for a minute. And I was just thinking about a conversation that my dad had back when I was probably 8 years old. We were in Alabama. All my folks are from Alabama. So we were in Alabama on top of Sand Mountain at my grandparents' house, and somebody came over to visit. I can't remember who exactly it was. It's one of my uncles or something. It was a relative. Everybody just popped in and out at my grandmother and grandfather's house. But my dad had a 63 Pontiac Star Chief. And it was a beautiful car, red with a white top, four-door car. And I remember my dad and whoever this guy was, one of my uncles, I can't remember exactly which one, as I said, but they were talking about how cars are evolving, changing. Now, my dad's 63 Pontiac, they noticed, had a steel grill in it, and my uncle's car had a aluminum, real thin aluminum grill in it. I don't know if he was driving a Ford or a Chevrolet or whatever, but it's just real thin aluminum. But the Pontiac had thick steel grill, if you're familiar with Pontiacs at all. But anyway, I've always remembered that conversation because every time I look at an older vehicle and a newer one, I get to thinking about how some things have changed for the better, some for the worse, in my opinion. Case in point, I was vacuuming out. I don't know why I have trouble with that. My wife's little song. Got a couple of mockingbirds that's wanting to fight. Anyway, I unlocked the door here with the key. I didn't have the remote with me. Just used the key. And it's got a lock on the driver's side and a lock on the passenger side. This 07 Chevy has only got a lock on the driver's side, but there's not one here on the passenger side, which, you know, I'd like to have a lock here too. You know, if I happen to be on this side, I don't have my remote. But anyway, of course, this 078 Chevy truck does have locks on both sides. The handles on this, door handles, are made of metal. These are plastic. I mean, I understand why companies are having to do this. It's because they've got to meet government requirements for gas mileage and stuff. But I would rather have a metal handle that would probably last me a lifetime, as you know, as far as I'm concerned. So I was going to show you the engine in this 07. And as I said, if you've watched my channel, you know that I am not a mechanic. I'm not good at anything except I do a lot of talking. But look at this motor. I wouldn't even know where to begin if something broke on it. I wouldn't have a clue. On this one, I'm not saying I know anything, but I know maybe just a little, you know, just a little bit. Not much, but I mean, I might could do a little bit maybe in a pinch, but really, I don't know. But just look at the difference. I mean, this is so much easier. And I know this one has air conditioning, you know, cruise and all the other things. This one just has automatic with power steering and power brakes. That's it. I mean, it's just almost bare bones other than those couple of little things there. But my goodness, I mean, I could change the spark plugs in this. I could put plug wires on. I could do things like this on this particular truck. I could probably change I could change the alternator, you know, fuel pump. You know, it's been a long time since I've done that, and I'd probably have to refresh my memory on some of this stuff. But I mean, I believe I could do it. But on this one here, oh my goodness, where would you? For me, I'm talking about for me, you know, look, it's all changed. I don't have a clue. And as I said, I'm not a mechanic. I'm sure a bunch of y'all's laughing at me saying, well, you big dummy. But yeah, I guess I am a big dummy, I guess. I mean, I'm not good at everything. I don't know too many people that are. Closing the hood. But you can see the plastic grill. I mean, it's chrome, but look how cheap. I mean, really. This one too. Just cheap. But there's a few things on it. I'm going to shut the hood. Didn't want to blast your ears. I was trying to give you a heads up. If you notice, though, like some of these places, you know, like that you see that have, you know, like bulges in them, you know, like right here. I don't know exactly what you call it pressed into the steel, like on this right here, for example. I mean, yeah, it looks good, but there's a reason for that. It's because if you didn't have this stuff, I mean, it makes the metal stronger. So that's why all that stuff's there. But this metal here, I mean, it's just, can you tell the difference? I mean, it's just really thin. I'm not saying this is not a good truck. I'm proud to have it, but there's a big difference. And this one here, I mean, it's wore out, rotten, but I mean, it's still, you know, stouter than, thicker metal is what I'm trying to say, than the newer ones. But as I said, I understand the purpose behind it. It's for gas mileage. See all these bulges? It's to make the thinner metal more stronger. That's the reason behind all that. So, I mean, what do? If you're going to get a car, you pretty much have to, unless you go with an older one, I mean, you kind of got this right here. There's a lot of things that on this truck that, you know, that I really like about it. You know, of course, it's got air and all that other stuff, but I mean, you could get that back in the day on that too. But I don't know, it's just, you know, like the dash. I wish I'd have, let me see. Yeah, I brought my keys to this truck. See, it's got a metal dash. I mean, there's, of course, there's no airbag in the steering wheel, but I mean, it's got a metal dash. You know, there's a lot of metal here and there on this old truck. So on this one right here, you don't really, I haven't found any metal. It's just all plastic. But I don't know. I was just sitting here looking at them. As I said, I just got done kind of wiping them down a little bit and trying to get the pollen, a little bit of dust off of them. But I was just kind of looking around at I just got to noticing, you know, the differences in some of this stuff. And back in the day when I was young, 15-inch tires were pretty good sized tires. They ain't nothing now. These are 20s, and I mean, you can even go 22s and, you know, even bigger. So I don't know. It's just, I just thought I'd do a comparison. If you see something like, say like this car right here, this car gets like 35 miles to a gallon. I mean, it's all plastic and the metal's real thin. I've pointed this out in other videos about how cheap things are. I mean, compared to when I was growing up, used to when you shut the door on an older car or truck, I mean, slam. But not so much now. I mean, yeah, it all works. I'm glad to have what I have. Proud of it. But I don't know, all this stuff's just so thin nowadays. Anyway, I guess I'll hush. I've talked long enough. My point is, if you know some more things that I might have forgotten to mention, like the door locks, the metal being thicker on older ones and the newer ones. If you think of some more things that I might have forgotten about, mention them in the comment section. I'd like to read them because I'm sure there's a bunch more things I forgot. But I was just kind of rambling on. I feel like y'all's all my friends, and I'm sure a lot of y'all can relate to old versus new. And, I have a bunch of older vehicles, older trucks and stuff like that. There's quite a big difference, but as I said, I'm just proud to have what I have. I'm not griping, is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying not to complain about anything, but I just thought I'd show the comparisons. To me, I don't know, I kind of like round headlight vehicles quite a bit. I don't know, I'm different. I'm older, probably older than most of y'all that's watching this video. So if you want to, you can leave me a comment. I would appreciate it if you would. Just if you think of some more comparisons between old and new, or if you don't care, put them in the comment section. I appreciate you watching the video. I'm just kind of rambling on, thinking, and just trying to stand here without hoping it don't rain. Y'all have a great day. I appreciate you watching. Y'all stay safe, and I'll catch you next video. See you later.